Uh-oh. This is a recording of a live stream. It may contain bloopers and frequent distractions. The audio and video quality may vary. Thank you for your understanding, and please enjoy.
Alrighty. Also, they can be part of covens. So if there's a coven of hacks, they are able to cast spells while they are in a certain range next to each other. They have a shared pool of magical energy then, and are able to perform much higher leveled spells that are very bad, very destructive. So take care if you're fighting a coven of hacks. Alright?
Alright. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, like
Jax, I just wanna ask, instead of
Yes.
trying to do it outright. Is this an opportunity for us to use our new friend Rainier here to, as you mentioned, that he's part of that order? Is this an opportunity for us to kind of speak to him and begin our archetypal specialization?
I will not necessarily. I've thought about some plot hooks. Don't you worry about it. I
Cool.
saw that as an opportunity for Blath to implement it in the plot. For the rest, don't you worry.
Cool.
I have something in mind for Tamron, as we talked about. Don't you worry. But yeah, that would be a potential faction as well. But it would most likely not. No. Nah, it wouldn't fit that well, actually. So don't you worry about it. But I just want to implement some factions to you getting to know town, city.
Yeah, cool.
All right. So as the evening draws to an end, you are having, I suppose. Okay, Rune. At some point in time, Emmy, slightly drunk, asks you if she can show you something in a little more private atmosphere.
Well, since it's Rune's weakness, he will say yes without a second thought.
So they are like the first couple kind of leaving. You are all deep in conversation. They just like you were going inside like to the bathroom and grabbing something to drink, so that's nothing uncommon. They just like kind of go away and you not necessarily notice. Rurik, Lily is sitting next to you. She had like a fair share of wine. She kind of leans in really close, like, you know what? I've actually never been with a dwarf.
Yo.
Well, there's for everything a first time. And he snorts, and then strokes his beard.
Oh boy, you guys are weird. Anyway, wanna head to your room?
He doesn't just say nothing, just stands up, and it's like, you said that she's like taller
Yeah,
than
she's
the others.
taller.
No.
Just like usual, maybe 170.
Well, he grabs her by the hand without a word.
Like
and
she's
just...
a head taller than you are. Yes.
Okay, head. Okay. Because I was just like imagining like a mom walking with her kid out of the room.
I mean, you're bulky, all right?
Hey, let's go.
And you just grab her and pull her away. You hear like a giggle as they two leave. Now the rest of the 5 people is still sitting outside, kind of. Rainier's kind of like smirking, like, well, evening draws to a close. Like I gave you a lot of information, Zraythas. You are deep in conversation with Minnie about like a lot of hack things. She goes into detail quite a bit, so that needs some time. And you share a few backstories and have some deep conversation with Rainier, right? As around 2 or 3 a.m., Rainier is also getting tired, and party kind of splits up. Zraythas, though, Minnie actually, like as she tells you about that, and you kind of listen for about an hour or so, and actually make an intelligence check for me. Just straight intelligence.
Let's see your dragonborn intellect.
So,
Shit.
so it's careful.
I knew it!
Yeah, yeah.
Are we rolling to see if he intelligences her pants off? Is that what we're doing?
Definitely not with that roll.
Just saying. So she kind of like, as you kind of finish up, wrap things up. Rhaenyra kind of says like, "Hey guys, I really need to go to bed now. If we wanna leave at somewhat close to dawn, I guess we should get some sleep now."
Agreed, my friend. And I kind of get up.
So you get up. You leave everything be. He's just, "Hey, no, don't you worry about the glasses and wine bottles." He's just like leading you to the door, and leading you outside. You three gentlemen.
Yeah, Blath goes, appreciate your hospitality, and I'm looking forward to meeting your acquaintances.
You're welcome. You're welcome. We will talk about it in the coming days. As Minnie also from within the door says, "Bye, guys," and he kind of closes the door. Minnie is staying with him.
Ooh.
Alrighty. So you head to your rooms, each and everyone.
Yep.
Slightly drunk.
Well, I hope Zraythas didn't tell her too many secrets.
And I guess that's where we cut to black. Each and every one of you gains the benefits of a long rest.
Nice.
Although the rest of Rurik as well as Rune is slightly shorter.
Shorter, but more relaxing.
Yes. So,
But with a certain sense of release, you know?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I say.
I mean, that would still be better than a short rest or a long rest.
It's better than anything, man. What are you talking about?
Does a long rest mean that our life points are back
Yep.
on maximum?
yeah,
in
we
our,
haven't really dived in. I'm gonna repeat the mechanics for long rest for the time being until we all know what it means, right? So that does mean that certain class abilities have a long or short rest cooldowns. I think, for example, your blood curses are rest cooldowns as well. Apart from that, not dependent to your class, your hit points are back to a maximum, and you also regain the half of your hit die pool. So since you're still at level 2, that's one hit die that you regain. Okay?
Okay.
Gotcha.
Cool. Alrighty then.
How about spell slots?
Yes, you regain those at a long rest as well. Those are class features that you regain. Just give me a second. Find the right song. Very easy.
So do Rune and Rurik get any experience points for conquering enemies?
Oh, that's a group effort.
It's a group effort. Okay.
Split XP, social encounter.
Well, as long as it's only the XP that's split and not everything else, I'm fine with that.
I provided the wine. I went and got the wine. I mean, helped a brother out.
Best wingman ever.
Next morning, I mean, you all slightly overslept. Like, for long rest, you at least need like 6 hours of sleep, right? So it's around 9-ish in the morning that you all like come to consciousness, like stretch a little bit. Blood hunters, lady in their arms, kind of letting them sleep, I suppose. You getting up, getting ready.
Rune is a bit of a romantic, so he will take some time to take some paper and some ink and just write a really nicely written letter for her. So when she wakes up, he's not like just gone.
Ah, man. You dog.
Putting really big there. You've got
No. That's what Rurik would do. Rune is a romantic.
All right. So you write down a little
Yeah,
paper before
like
you leave.
yeah.
Leave it at the bed. Grab your equipment and and leave the room, as are you other guys. Getting up, meeting in the tap room. I think you should all be fine. Was someone having a hangover? No. Dwarf is always fine from drinking.
Poison resistance.
You have another mug of ale for breakfast, and you're fine. So Tamron, if you hadn't this special little potion you got, you wouldn't be fine now. Still potentially be intoxicated, but let's say you take on breakfast and get like a morning from Vernon as well, like a well, good morning, gentlemen. As Rene is coming
Very
down,
good morning indeed.
Fresh as well.
And you see a grin on Rune's face.
Rune's glowing.
I hope you had some great time. And she kind of orders some coffee, and you get some breakfast. And you kind of just like refresh yourself, eat something for the day, so you're have a full stomach and are ready to go, pretty much.
Yeah.
Is there any other preparations that you would like to?
I would like to go up to Durnan actually, and ask him. So, you have all kinds of adventuring folk coming in here, right?
Sure.
Do you also facilitate, like, for parties to sell their found riches? Do you have contacts for that kind of thing?
Oh, it's not that easy, and it's potentially illegal, so no do. Sorry. What do you think? You want to get rid of something?
Not magical, we just found, and he looks at, like, Rurik. What did we find? You found some silver, right?
Aye, some silver, there was... was there? Some silk?
Right, like
trade goods, yes.
Sure. I can hit up some merch.
Well,
I mean, you're paying with shorts and nips. Silver is as good as.
Well,
those,
we're not talking. Not talking like coins. We're talking bars.
Yeah, no, bars are the big ones. Bars, ingots, all the good shit. Yeah, you can sell those to merchants.
Do you have some contacts, like some reliable we can?
I'll see
That would
what
be...
I can do. How many do you have?
Well, we have a crate full of silver bars. We have a crate full of silk. We have a crate full of water skins.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
Right?
They are in our rooms. Just
welcome.
Don't let anyone break in. I mean, who am I kidding?
They are
Good.
guarded, obviously.
Thank you.
No worries there. So you all kind of have grabbed your stuff still. We're sitting at a table drinking your last beverage. I'm not sure if it's what you drink before going on another adventure.
If he has juice, I will...
Is it a mug of ale or some juice?
Some good
some
vitamins
water?
to get you all powered up.
Vitamins, let's go. Yeah, Rainier is wearing some leather armor now, with a blue sarong, that kind of is in contrast to his red hair. He has a fine rapier. He switched the one he took out, and has a nice like parrying dagger as well. Righty then. So I suppose we're gonna head into the sewers.
And look for the yellow signs. I'm returning to Durnan because I had another thing that I totally forgot about. Did you hear about the prison breakout yesterday?
What is it? Sorry, I didn't get that.
Did you hear about the prison breakout yesterday?
Aye. Town criers went nuts.
Are there like wanted posters? We might go into some places where they might lurk. I don't know.
Oh, I can barely understand you, Fen, at the moment. I'm not sure what.
Say it again, Fen, right now, because your mic's working again. Say it now. Go.
I was wondering if there's wanted posters.
Oh no, it's not that up to date, unfortunately. Also, there are quite a few. I think it's 12.5. They found 6 of them dead already, though. The others are still missing, and the few that have been found were long-time criminals. All of them been murdered. Blood to the guts.
Okay, I see.
If you ask me, those petty criminals deserve that.
I don't doubt it. It's just I don't wanna.
If you want to know more, I suppose you can head to a watch post. And
I just don't wanna, waste an opportunity to earn some money if we stumble into them.
Don't worry about it. You're not the only headhunter within this big city of Waterdeep. Also, city is way too big. Very unlikely that you will.
Fate is weird, my friend. Sometimes you just stumble into a tavern to have a drink, and you end up fighting sturges and ghouls, and all of a sudden you're being hired for a job.
You've done well, so don't you worry about jobs, right? Still have to do some work now, so...
Have a good day.
Best of luck to you guys. I heard you're heading out.
Farewell.
Go back to doing some cleaning. And you guys assemble in front of the yawning portal. In the yawning portal tavern, and look for a carriage. You have Rainier with him. Either you get stuff for free or he pays for it, so don't you worry. He is just out and about in the streets, and he hires actually the same carriage driver from yesterday. Apparently they have an agreement now to kind of get you around. As you kind of enter the carriage, all sitting in the 6 comfortable armchairs, drivers out in the door. All right, so where can I get you guys? Rainier is asking into the group. Well, what do you think about going back to the doctor?
I think we should get as close to that warehouse as we can. They said something about going to the back room and then going to the sewers.
The sewers is a lot.
Yeah, but like, if we are getting close, we might be finding the yellow signs rather than if we start on the different side of the town.
So back to the candle lane?
Back to the candle line.
Alrighty, we'll be done. Door closes. You take off. A few minutes go by as you traverse the city. Let's just skip forward until you reach your destination. He drops you out at Filet Lane, right next to Candle Lane, and I'd say around midday, you are like right before lunch, pretty much. You're back in front of the warehouse where you slaughtered some bird-like humanoids the day before. You see the warehouse is still off limits as a crime scene, and you have 2 officers of the City Watch standing guard, kind of looking at you as you walk down the long alleyway. They kind of take a look at you anyway as you approach from afar. Rainier kind of looks at you back at the group. Let me take care of that. As he kind of goes forward, approaching them, talking to him. Greetings, fellow constables. We were looking for the closest entry to the sewers. Rainier, huh? Never, Amber. Where do you want to go to the sewers? It's not really up for you, fancy pants. Well, we are doing what you are not willing to do, and even dive into the depths to rescue an innocent person. Well, if you're up for it and really want to do it, you ask me, you should stay out of it. Xanatars, Guild, and the Sand Rim kill each other. Especially underground, things going nuts. We protect the city, we keep the blood of the streets, where we cannot protect you once you go below. Yeah, I know that. So where's the next sewer entrance? If you're really sure, you go down Candle Lane to the left and then enter that alleyway to the right. In the yard there, you will find a metal entrance to the sewers. See, wasn't that difficult, was it? Thanks a lot, Constable. and he kind of flips him a shard, a silver piece, as he goes by. Kind of starts walking again. Are we ready?
Definitely we are.
Absolutely.
No. One moment. Would our weapons still be in here?
What? Sorry?
Would our weapons still be in
you
here?
grabbed them when you left. You feel.
We grabbed them when we left.
Oh, absolutely. I just.
Oh.
Yeah,
assumed you
we
grabbed
don't
them.
just
I'm
leave
not-
our gear
Yeah,
behind.
like,
Okay.
you didn't tell me you
Okay.
picked it up.
Well, you know I
Um,
stowed my dagger away.
Oh, you're naked.
Whoopsie.
I've had my
Okay.
You have
I've had my dagger
everything
stowed
that
behind my
was-
back this entire time.
He even slept on
In
it.
that case, we're ready.
No, I just assume you grab stuff when it feels right. Because if we go through your
Okay.
whole inventory, did you grab that? Did you grab that and tick everything?
forever.
We just kind of get crazy and we don't have that cool scenes in the tavern, for example.
Can I assume
No,
that's
but-
We have less
Zraythas?
time to play.
Reason I asked was because in the carriage on the way to the inn, you asked
Yeah.
that you told me that they took my staff.
No, they told you to drop your stuff.
That kind. Yeah, but that
Drop
kind of
those
is.
stuff.
Yeah, no, but
Yeah.
on the way back, Rainier said like they took your staff, didn't they? So I kind of assumed that we had to.
Oh, not that. Yeah,
Give-
they took it like from you instead of
Oh.
you saying it was a walking staff.
Okay.
They did not literally take it from you, but
Okay.
rather took it out of your hand at that point.
All right.
Like
Then
they
everything's fine.
made you drop your stuff would be the perfect wording. Sorry for
Okay.
that misunderstanding.
No, don't worry.
You're fine. So that's
Slightly
it.
related question too. Can we
Yes.
assume that Zraythas shared the information he got about the sea hag over breakfast or something?
Well, that's something you have
That's
to
up to
ask him.
Zraythas.
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well. It's one of our quests, so it would be logical to share that information indeed.
So you had some small talk in the carriage about like the sea hags and potential dangers, and that you had like a really nice chat with Minnie. Oh, yeah.
Yep. Cool.
Okie dokie.
I don't want to meta game, but at the same time,
No, it's a good question.
All right. So yeah, valid question, absolutely.
So that overgrown chicken from yesterday said that we should keep an eye out for these yellow markers.
Yes.
Aye, Tamron.
All right, eyes up.
Or rather, down.
Do you see where I'm ready?
Before we go inside, I'm gonna take a moment to grab a torch from my backpack and light it.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
I got you.
I like to have more than one source of light, just in case.
So you're walking
Sure.
through for a few minutes until the end of Candle Lane. Follow the further instructions, and shortly thereafter, find a back alley with a circular metal cover inset into the pavement. Cover is easily lifted, revealing a ladder down to the sewers. So Rune ignites a torch. Sure, you can mark that.
Okay.
Up. And what were you going to do, Zraythas?
I was gonna use a light cantrip.
Yes. At the tip of your staff, igniting the crystal, as you've done so many times before, no? So you're
Mhm.
ready?
Yeah.
Rainier asks, is that it? Like, as you kind of take a glance, the stench of fecals hits you. You're like, oh. Well, it's not pretty, but I suppose we have to go down there if you want to save Floon, no?
Reminds me of the lesson about monster lures, doesn't it, Rurik?
Oh, definitely. I would say I go first.
You go first, I'm behind you with the
Alright.
torch so you can see furthest.
Yeah,
Are you
he
fucking
has
me?
dark vision anyway, so...
I don't need your petty torch.
I'm joining the front of the party as well.
As he goes out, he looks to us and says, he may have dark vision, but he still can't see in the absolute darkness.
Alrighty. You climb down the ladder for about 30 feet or so into the depths. Only the source of light you provide brings at least some kind of light into the complete darkness that is the sewers. You hear like water running. You are in pretty much like a big tunnel. You have 2 sidewalks on each side, right? Circle above, in the middle is a putrid stream that flows along the sewer tunnel in both directions. Right?
Is it too wide to jump across?
Let me check. Actually, I mean, you can certainly try. I'm just checking what you can do without a check.
Whatever you do, don't fall in that stuff.
Special movement long jump is up to your strength score in feet.
But
So what's your strength?
8.
No, you won't
-1.
Well, no, it's a bit. So you could jump like
Jump backwards.
Yeah.
No, like it's your strength score, like 8, not your strength modifier. But you could try with some assistance possibly to get over. But the stream is
I can throw him.
15 feet.
but he's not a
across.
dwarf.
It's pretty tiny.
Cool. 15
pretty
feet
strong.
across. Okay, so it's quite wide.
Yeah, about 15 feet across. The sidewalks are 5 to 10 feet, depending on different varying walls. They are not all straight. It's pretty, like, it's not beautiful. It's a sewer, right? As you further investigate, I said like your light kind of fills the tunnel for about 40 feet. Actually, that's how far those light sources go. Complete darkness beyond that, right? Streets. Kind of inspect it.
Can we hear anything other than running water?
Make a perception check. At least in one direction, though. Pretty close to the ladder.
Nice.
You see a tiny symbol drawn on the wall in yellow chalk. It's about palm-sized circle with 10 kind of spokes radiating out from its interference. Similar to a sun, or maybe an eyeball.
Maybe a beholder?
Because there's also a dot in the middle.
I nudge Rune, point towards it. Do you see that?
So it's a natural 20 on the perception, no?
Yep.
You definitely spot that first. Also, you some point, like, it's not echoing, but you see in the ceiling is circular, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like there's pipes connected to it. So at some point you see like fecals drop into the flow of the stream.
That nat 20 really was good on this
seen
moment.
some
Easy shit.
I see some shit.
All
I
right.
do nudge Rune and point down the mark on the wall.
And let's follow the yellow sign road.
Does it point a particular direction, or?
Oh, it's like you came down the ladder, and it's on the one side of it, pretty much, just like
Okay.
a meter away. So I would suggest to go to that direction.
Yeah.
Is that what you do? Okay. Oh boy, Tom.
Well, I'm gonna gesture for the rest of the party to join
So
that
you
way.
follow the sidewalk. The stench in here is wah. But at some point you kind of get used to it after a few minutes. You follow the constant stream, the sewer tunnel, until you hit like a crossroads. You find another chalk marking there that suggests to go in left direction. Next one's like another crossroads, this time with 4 things, and so on and so forth.